Hi, everyone, and welcome to Lead Generation for Small Businesses. This is a live event happening Friday at noon, and you can log into the Video Spot blog every Friday at noon, or check us out. Follow us on Google Plus if you would like to log into our weekly Friday training call. And on this training call, here's what my goal is for the call. My goal is to give my clients the opportunity to engage with me on the issues they're having with their campaigns. Now, that might be internal strategy, something that's not working out in that regard. So again, my goal is that on Fridays, my clients would be able to call in or to log in and to be able to engage in a way that's meaningful and ask questions live with me, whether it's an internal problem they're having with their campaign, or whether it's something that they're just not getting. They don't understand why it's not happening. And my clients range from businesses that have hired me to physically do their marketing, and maybe there's a situation where they're not understanding why we're doing something. But my clients also, I have consulting clients where I'm training them and their teams to do things. So if that's you and you're logging on the call, or maybe you're watching this on YouTube, then you're in a position where you can ask questions in the comments and of course, engage with us. The topic for today is lead generation. And I'm going to be going back and forth between a presentation. So if you're watching the replay of this on YouTube, I really want to encourage you to kind of get comfortable. We're going to spend 30 minutes talking about lead generation for business. And then we're going to open up to some Q&A if we've got any of those questions. So let me go ahead and just kind of introduce you to the topic of why you're not getting any leads from your website. And really what that is leads from your website, your social media, really any of those things. And the problem is because, and we're going to go into this and just into more detail. The problem is you're not doing it properly. Even those businesses that believe that they're doing it properly. And so what I'm going to show you today is some checkpoints along the way to make sure that you've got everything properly in place. And I'm going to show you a strategy that you're going to think, oh my gosh, that is so simple. How did I miss that? And we're going to get to that in just 1 second. So first, let's talk about why am I uniquely qualified to teach this? And I want to thank Zane Miller, who gave me that headline. I mean, almost verbatim. Why am I uniquely qualified to teach this? And for those of you that don't know Zane, he is just an incredible guy. But here's some reasons why. Number one, I'm an expert in video marketing, and I use that term with purpose. There's a lot of people out there that either produce video and know a little bit about marketing, or they know like a lot about internet marketing, and every now and then they use some video. Okay, that's not what we do at Video Spot, and that's not what I do. I've been using video to generate leads and sales for the last 6 or 7 years. I've created viral hits. Okay, my videos have gone viral. I've got hundreds of thousands of views underneath my belt, and I might even have 1 million views under my belt. I really need to look at some of the earlier stuff that I've done in the past and see where those views are at. I've been in the business of lead generation for over 10 years. It started for me when I was in the home improvement business. And in home improvement, I was in sales. I was actually doing in-home, what they call the one-call close, where I would go and I needed to close a homeowner on, let's say, $10,000, $20,000 worth of windows and doors and vinyl and all this kind of stuff, right? Pretty funny. I mean, it's the Tin Men, if you guys remember that movie. When the leads slowed down, I went into the lead generation part of the business. And I, of course, was not paid for it at all. My thing was I wanted to generate better leads so that if I had to drive, at the time I was living in a small town called Port Hueneme. This is in a beach town near Ventura, California, way up north. And they would send me out to Huntington Beach. And I'd go all the way down to Huntington Beach to meet with a little old lady who wouldn't even be there for her appointment. Or I'd go to meet with a family and the husband wasn't there. So I needed to set better leads, and I started doing that with home shows, and I did that with creating new closing techniques and things like that. I'm a specialist when it comes to conversion rates. Okay. I understand how analytics work, and I understand where to find the problems and how to beta test solutions. And as you can see by the pictures over here on the side, I've worked with some of the biggest names in the business. That's me with Dan Zarella, Martin Shervington, Jay Bear, and Jason Keith. Now, as a disclaimer, I've interviewed all of these people, with the exception of Jay Bear. Actually, with this picture of Jay Bear, you're seeing me at the National Speakers Association. I was in between shoots, and I caught him walking by. So just to be transparent there. But I have been hired or have done work with everybody you see here, plus many more. Mari Smith, Michael Stelzner, the biggest names in social media marketing and content marketing. So I've learned a few things in working kind of with these big names in the business. And I'm proud to call some of them even friends. And that's why I'm coming to you from this perspective of I know what I'm doing. And the biggest question that the business owner is asking is how then can you help me generate more leads for my business? Okay. So let's talk about that. But first, I want to explain a little bit about my appearance. For those of you that have been following me, you know that I've been doing kind of the shirt and tie thing, almost like a James Wedmore thing. And I will say this, James, if you're watching this, you stole my style. I want you to know that. And I'm watching you. This is how I dress casually. I love to wear the bandana. I have ever since I started losing my hair. But I like to wear I like to be casual. And when I get on video, I tend to try to appease sort of a corporate crowd. And what I learned over at Vid Summit, I was at Vid Summit for the last couple of days. And I know that you guys want to get to the lead generation. I get that. But I also want to, I've got, 1,000 subscribers, and I've got people on my email list that they're used to seeing me in a kind of this shirt and tie. And now all of a sudden here I am in sort of what I would wear after hours. And I spoke with a guy named Jeremy Vest. And Jeremy Vest is a very, very big name in video marketing, CEO, president of VidPow, which is a very exciting company. And he says to me, Owen, your videos are not who you are. He says, I can tell in your videos that you're trying to be someone else. And that really impacted me. And he says, you need to be yourself. And he said, in fact, if you want to work with me in my company, which I am, he says, you have to be yourself. I'm not going to take this other Owen. And I thought that was just really, really cool. So this is who I'm going to be. I do enjoy wearing suit coats, so you might see me in the suit coat. But here's the deal. I want to be totally authentic and totally transparent with you. And I don't want to let some tie or a pair of dress shoes stifle what I know how to do for you. And I want to teach you, is that distracting? Maybe. How to grow your business. I want to teach you what I've spent hours and hours and hours of time and thousands of dollars flying to conventions, networking with other business leaders, and in training courses, learning how to do. We're doing it for our business, and I'm going to teach you how to do it for your business. So let's take a look at why your business might be struggling to generate more leads. You're probably asking yourself this question right now, right? Where's the funnel? Okay. Where are these leads coming from? Or this traffic that's coming to my website? Why isn't it converting? Why is it when I check my Google Analytics, and I'm assuming that you're using Google Analytics, and if you're not, if you're just starting your business, right? If my sister-in-law Barbara is out there listening like she's supposed to be, if you're just starting your business, you need to start it with analytics in place. So when you see that you've got, 100 people a day come into your website and they're falling off. They're bouncing and they're not filling out any of your forms. You've got to be asking yourself, why is that happening? Where is the funnel? Now, most of you I know have funnels of some kind. And in a minute, we're going to take a look at a live website with an attorney out here in San Diego. And I, as a disclaimer, they don't know that I'm going to review their website here. But I'm doing it because I believe that they're a good example of a company that has almost everything in place except for what they need in place. So let's take a look at what a funnel, what a simple funnel actually looks like. And I know that some of you guys have funnels in place already. Okay, so you've got your SEO that's out there, you've got your word of mouth, you're going to networking events and coffee connections, and you're doing Facebook ads, and you're posting on Twitter, and you're doing all the things that you're supposed to be doing to generate traffic to your website. And when they get to your website, they're finding your free offer. And this is where a lot of you guys are falling apart, okay? Because the free offer is most likely something like a free consultation, which is so played out and dry that I can't even stand it. And yet this is 90% of our colleagues, right? This is what they're doing is, you put your name and email here for an opportunity for me to sell you what I do, to sell you my product, sell you my service. Guys, consumers are smarter than that, and they have been for years. So this is the first part of kind of tweaking your funnel and making sure that you've got a free offer and that offer exists on a landing page. All right, you maybe have heard the term marketing ninja, and the reason that I like that term, I don't really use it because I don't really like terms like ninja and guru and wizard and all that kind of stuff. You're either a professional or you're a charlatan, in my opinion. So a ninja knows the rules of karate, right? Or of kung fu or aikido. They know what moves you can or cannot do based on the position, and they're thinking 5 moves ahead. And you've got to be thinking 5 moves ahead. On your free offer page, you've got to provide them with only 2 options. They can either not convert and X out of your page, or they can convert and opt into your free offer, right? Your free ebook or your free video series. I'm a big fan right now of the ebook. I've been doing video series. What I find is that depending on how the series is structured, you're going to get different results. So if it's a free training once a week, that functions more like a newsletter, and it's going to take a longer time to convert those leads. But if you're training, if you have a module system in a back-end membership site, that's definitely something to think about. Now, once they opt into your free offer, they tend to go to a thank you page or a confirmation page. But I'm going to suggest that you then introduce a paid offer. So, hey, I understand that you liked our free ebook offer on how to be your own home designer, right? How to do the interior designing for your own home. If you're that serious, I want to encourage you to hire me for a Skype call for just $97. And on that call, you're going to get X, Y, and Z, and it includes A, B, and C. And you really want to chalk that offer full of value that is affordable to you, because you want to be in a place where you're conditioning your clients to spend money with you. Okay, you don't want to be the free guy. And I speak that from full on experience, because I see Barbara's here right now logging in. She's talking to me. I've been the free guy for such a long time. And, your clients start to expect these things for free. And so you've got to be aware of that. Now, once they've gone to your paid offer, guess what? It's that same ninja tactics, right? It's going to be either they're going to convert to a customer, and now they've got your free offer and they've got your paid offer, or they're not going to convert. And this is where it gets strategic. if they decide to decline your free offer, they're going to go directly into like a mini autoresponder. Now, Dan Zarella has taught about doing a 16-part autoresponder, and I believe in that because the studies show that the longer somebody receives emails from you, the more likely they are to not, to stay on your marketing list. Okay. Here's the thing about that though, is that you can include your email marketing in that. Your like your newsletter marketing. So something to think about here with that whole funnel system is that once they've declined your paid offer, they're not saying I don't want to do business with you. They're saying I'm not ready to do business with you. So now you're able to do a 5-part autoresponder where they get an email, maybe an email right off the bat that says, thank you for opting into the free offer. Can you give us some feedback on what you didn't like about the paid offer? And then, they could go to a link to a survey that says, I didn't like the offer. It was too much money. Offer was great, but now's not the right time, whatever the case might be. And you're able to take advantage of some real-time feedback. And then maybe a couple days later, you ask them for what they'd like to see in the future. And then maybe a week later, you follow up with them. Hey, how's the ebook? And then, so on and so forth. And you're putting together a series of touch points where they're able to engage with you. And I've got a video on touch points that I had done about 2 weeks ago, and I'll put a link to that probably up here with the annotation systems and you can watch that video now. You can watch it in your own time on how to keep in touch with a customer as they're going through this conversion process, because they're not always ready to buy right now. Okay, think of it like an archery target, right? Where on the outside of the archery target, these are people that aren't even aware of you yet, or aware of their need for your service. And a mortgage, I think, is a great example. I mean, for years, buying a home was not something that was in my immediate future, and I wasn't even aware of it. I mean, so naive at that point in my life, early 20s, I actually thought, I'll just buy it when I'm ready. I'll just buy a house free and clear. You know what I mean? Not seeing all the value that there is to a mortgage. So they're on the outside and they're not even aware of your product. And then you hit them with an email that gives them an idea for how they can use your mortgage or how they could use an interior designer. Did you know that an interior designer is trained in color palettes, and that you shouldn't be decorating your home in every color of the rainbow, whatever color fits your fancy? What you want to do is be positioning yourself with content where they're learning different ways that they can use you. Okay. And this is what your email autoresponder is going to do. And that's why you want to go use that autoresponder to, you guys are being so patient. Thank you. Here it is. To convert them back into a customer. So email number 5 should be, hey, we've been talking for a while. Are you ready to be a customer? And then you lead them back to that paid offer. This is how a funnel works. Now, a lot of you, minus the, okay, maybe you don't even need the paid offer. Maybe you just have a free ebook that goes through. And if you've worked with me in the last year, you know that I have suggested this to you. There's just no doubt about it. I haven't promoted the paid offer because not everybody has a digital paid offer. So that your biggest problem is not the funnel. A lot of you have funnels, as we shall see. The biggest problem that you have is that your offer is pretty bad. You have this kind of offer that's like free consultation, right? That is not how you construct an offer that works, okay? Your offer needs to be, first of all, free. It needs to be downloadable, right? Not something you need to mail out or that it's got to be an automated process. You do need to have an opt-in required, and it needs to be based on keyword research. Based on keyword research. Okay? Because when you start to put together an offer that's based on what you think your customers want, and you might be right about that, but that doesn't mean it should be labeled as such. You've got to be in a position to where you know what the marketplace, excuse me, is looking for. Okay, so when we look at this, do the actual keyword research, this is from my own keyword research, we find that the words web marketing and marketing are these huge terms. So I would want to create an offer that actually uses those terms. Because otherwise what you're doing is you're guessing. And even if you're getting opt-ins, you're not getting as many opt-ins as you could be getting. Okay? And that's part of what I'm going to show you right now. So let's take a look at a live site and see how, we can kind of work together to improve this live site. And again, I'm showing this not as a way to offend or to insult anybody, but as a live example of a real site that has just about everything in place. Okay, and it's RJS Law, and I was referred over to them a couple weeks ago, and we talked about doing some SEO. So if you're out there and you're watching this, I appreciate you watching this. If you're from RJS Law, and I want to go through some things that I think will help you to improve your conversion rate. So we see we've got a really, really great website here, right? I just love it. There's pictures of the whole team right here. Maybe it's a little aggressive. I think maybe what might be helpful is a picture of the team helping somebody. And looking at somebody that, me at a table concerned about my taxes and them working with me. These are all very powerful people, very powerful images, a little intimidating. But as we scroll down, we see that they've got their offer here built into their homepage. Okay, get a free case review. And you've got your email, your address, your phone number, and tell us about your case. Now, here's some things about this. First of all, you got a phone number here. That's very intimidating. Okay. Why? I just want a case review. Just send me an email. So I don't know. And I know why the business wants the phone number. They want the phone number there because they want to call this person back. But here's the thing. I'm a consumer. I know that's what you want to do. And that's intimidating for me because I might be on the outside of that circle, right? Where I'm not ready to do business with you, but I am ready to start listening to you. I am finally aware of you. And that's what we talk about in the ARCH, is going through ARCH, right? Think archery. It's that archery target. Awareness, research, comparison, hot lead. So they might be in the, they've got this huge tax burden. So they're aware that they need your service. But now they're in the research phase looking for who can solve their problem. And you want to jump into bed with them with a phone number. And then you've got this, tell us about your case. Kind of, it's a little impersonal to me. Tell us about your case. You're asking for this information here, the phone number, without talking about the case first. So you might want to restructure that a little bit. And then, this legal jargon, sending us an email will not make you of a client. It's rigid. It's cold. It's, I'd love to see something here like, we're not going to spam you. When you fill out this form here, what we're going to do is we're going to review your case. We're going to look at it. We're going to treat, even though you're not a client, we're going to treat you like a client. And we're going to respond to you with a good time that we can talk and move this thing a little bit forward. Now, again, as a disclaimer, I have no idea what their conversion rate on this. It could be through the roof. I don't think that it is. And another thing too is free case review. Okay. On this free case review, I'm curious, again, if that's based on keywords, right? Or if it's not. Now, I'm not going to fill this out and go through this funnel because we are kind of getting to that time where it's time to go to our Q&A. So let's take a look at, I don't know if I'm on the whole screen or not right now. Let's go back to the the PowerPoint where I've taken a look at what their keyword research is for something like this. Okay, so let's go to this and take a look at how many people are actually Googling. How many people are actually Googling free case review? Okay, nobody. Nobody, at least under 10 people, are looking for free case review. Nobody's going online and looking for free case review. And then when we go to IRS Solutions, we put the landing page here. It's not even spitting out any options for us. So this was an offer that was most likely constructed in a back room between people that work for the company, and the population, the community, was not consulted at all. Okay, that's a problem. So look what happens when we do just some basic keyword research. Now, what I've done is I've put in just four or five different ideas on how they could structure this offer. I put IRS problems, tax liens, and tax burden. 4 ideas. And from those 4 ideas, using the Google Keyword Planner, which is a free tool, I'm getting up to 11,500 average searches for something like tax problem help, tax lien help, or help with tax problems. So what this firm could be doing is using the data, right? We talk about making data-driven decisions. Using the data that's provided by these free tools to construct an offer that people are actually looking for, right? Free 10 ways to help yourself with your taxes, or 5 tips to get the IRS off your back. And it's an ebook. And each page of the ebook is a video. So you've got kind of this page in an ebook with a picture of a video. Below it says click the video to watch, and then underneath there's like the bullet points to the things that they need to know. Now, where does that link go? That link could go to a private landing page in the website, and it links to a 5-minute video. And it explains, here's this one thing that you could do on your own to help, get the IRS off your back with these taxes. What that does is it's upping your watch time on YouTube, and it's also increasing your time spent on your website for your Google Analytics. So you're increasing your SEO value, Now, additionally, you could be putting your offer needs to be on its own separate landing page. It's totally okay to have your offer in your homepage right there, but it also needs to be on its own landing page that is optimized, that's being shared, and that is being kind of promoted across social media, SEO, and different platforms. And you might even want to add to your homepage, our 5 tips on how to get, how to keep your place. I was going to say how to keep your place more secure. That reminds me of an offer that we did for another client. We created an ebook on 10 ways to keep your office building more secure. But you understand the point, even though I was a little distracted there. You've got to be constructing an offer that people are actually searching for, so that when they search for it, they find either your homepage with a button to the offer, or better yet, they find the landing page that's got a video that says, hey, if you're watching this right now, you're probably going through some tax problems, and you're probably a small business. You forgot to fill something out, or you made an error. There was something going on, and now you're in trouble. Well, we're here to help you. But first, let me show you how you can help yourself. Put your name and email in the boxes on this page, and we're going to send you our ebook, 5 ways that you can help yourself when it comes to the IRS tax burden, okay? And so on and so forth. And there's a lot of different ways that we can chop this up. There's a lot of different ways that we can go into that. But if you want to engage on those things, you've got to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I will engage with you. I might even make another video for on this very topic. But we're out of time. I told you I'd only take a half an hour. I only took a half an hour. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut the live broadcast so that if you're watching this on the replay on YouTube, then this kind of ends the video. And I want to invite you right now to subscribe to my page, okay? I come at you on video twice a week, okay? We were doing 3 times a week. We did a survey. We found our audience it was too much for them. They weren't able to keep up. So we come at you with a internet marketing training video early in the week on Tuesdays. And then on Fridays, we do a live call. Now, you don't need to be a part of any community to opt into the live call, right? I just want to invite you to join us. You can go to our webpage at thevideospot.net and click the link for the free Friday call and just get in and just go through some training with us. If you're wanting more personal attention and you want to get involved with the community or with myself personally, send me an email, write me a comment in the comment section below, go to thevideospot.net, check us out at the contact page. You can send me an email and I'd be happy to see if I can work with your company or help you get to that next level in any way, shape, or form. So if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. And if you're on the live Google Hangout, we're going to jump into the live Q&A. And let me ask you this. If you're watching this replay on YouTube, do you want me to record the questions, the live Q&A? Do you want to watch that? I thought that maybe an hour was too much video. So you let me know. If you want to do that, I'll start recording a live Q&A. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you got a ton of value out of this training session, and we will see you next Friday. Thanks.